Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, grab a seat. Come on in and hit that light, hit that light. Oh, you're Aunt Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. Grab a seat, prop your feet. Let's sip some tea, sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. Sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Come on in now. Auntie Mickey's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, yeah, yeah. Come on in and hit that light. Don't forget now. Auntie Mickey's house. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you. Straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Roll talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice. Respect the vibe, let's share the word. Oh, yeah. From the jokes to the prayers, she keeps it real. Keeps it real. Auntie Mickey's house, that's the deal. That's the deal, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. Oh yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. Nolan in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, grab a seat. Come on in and hit the light, hit the light, hit the light. You're at Auntie Mickey's, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's, Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. It's Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in her house. You know you're in her house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat, come on in and hit that light. Hit that light. Oh, you're at Auntie Mickey's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Auntie's house. Auntie's house. Auntie's house. Grab a seat, drop your feet, let's sip some tea. Sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne, yeah. Auntie's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You know you're in a house. Come on in and grab a seat, yeah. Come on in and hit that light. Don't forget. Auntie Mickey's. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you. Straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Don't talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice. Respect the vibe, let's share the word. Oh yeah. From the jokes to the prayers, she keeps it real. Keeps it real. That's the deal. That's the deal, baby. Yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. Oh yeah. You know you're in a house. Come on in and grab a seat. pussy, come on in and hit that light. Oh, you're right, Auntie Mickey's. Yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. Oh.
Hello everybody, hello everybody, hello everybody. Happy Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend. Oh my God, I'm so glad this day is here. I was so glad for the baby to leave that I sat down and fell asleep. So I'm sorry I'm late. I was supposed to start at 4, but charge it to my head, not my heart. Please, 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 please. I hope everyone is doing well. Hello, Anita. I see you. I see you. Hey, my husband. I see you too. Hey, Kendra. How are you, sweetheart? So good to see you in the house. So good to see you. So, it is a beautiful day outside, and I'm going to sit right here in this room and get through this live and be through. I'm not impressed with good weather anymore. But nevertheless, I'm still glad I can wake up and open my eyes and look out the window. That's a blessing too. So, yes, I thought I'd talk about a couple of subjects. The main one I've been talking about lately is Nolan Wells, and I'm sure a lot of you, excuse me, have already heard about this case. And, just to do a little recap, it's about the young, the 18-year-old black teenager that went to an island outside the coast of Mississippi with his 3 white friends. People that, I don't even want to use the word friends because I'll just put that word in parentheses. How about that? Because friends don't leave you behind. Friends don't leave you behind. Friends don't hold your phone and your keys and not tell the parents that they have them, and turn off all their social media and don't know nothing about where you are. Yeah. But nevertheless, July 4th, they went to this island. They was kicking with several other 100 people right there on the same island, couple hundred maybe. And he never came home. He never came home. And his body was found on that island 2 days later. Not 1 day, but 2 days later. Red flag. Flag on the play. Red flag. And there's a couple of statements that are very glaring in contrast to each other. His friend stated that he elected to hang behind because they claimed that they was having boat problems. That the boat was taking water in, and they had to leave, and this, that, and the third, and they claim that their friend Nolan told them that, no, I think I'm gonna kick it here behind. I met this young hottie over here. I'm gonna kick it with her, and I'll get back with some other friends. Ain't nobody talked to no other friends yet. We don't know who those other friends are. Okay. She tells the exact same opposite. Her story is completely opposite of the friend's story. When she was questioned, she said, he told me he was going back with his buddies. Odd. Very odd, but then again, this is Mississippi. So this whole story looks real bad. It doesn't pass the smell test, taste test, sight test, no test. It doesn't look right. As it shouldn't, because this is Mississippi. But these two accounts are very conflicting to one another. And then, to add insult to injury, they hightail it back to land and go to one of the boys' houses where his stepmama just happens to be a judge. Imagine that. How convenient. You know, them judges have all kind of pull, all kind of power. They got connections. They can rig shit. And then, of course, the sheriff comes out prematurely saying that he hasn't seen any indication of foul play. Fool, you ain't even checked. Hey, Satin, how you doing, sweetheart? And even she closed out her social media account. And then came out with a public statement on her judicial stationery. Just breaking laws left and right. Just breaking laws. I've gone over that one law about withholding evidence and tampering with evidence and, tampering with witnesses and shit like that. So I'm not going to go off into that. And then, of course, I know you guys heard about the phone. The friend had the phone of this young man. Never bothered to tell the parents. When he called to look for his so-called friend and spoke with the mother, he calls and acts like he's concerned. Have you seen your son? We haven't been able to find him. Is he there? Knowing good and damn well he ain't. It just stinks. So the mama, she has to literally search for his phone on the app on her phone, and come to find out the phone was sitting there in this dude's house the whole time. Ain't that some shit? Hey, Angelina Harris. How are you, sweetheart? Another kid had the guy's car keys. So the daddy had to go there and get the car keys, and they act like they didn't want to give them up. It's just real shitty all the way around. It just looks bad. So the parents got the help of Ben Crump, and a little later after that, Al Sharpton. And a lot of these white tea people are more focused on Al Sharpton and Ben Crump, and they're just in it for the money. This ain't about money. It don't matter what they're there to do their job. That's what they're there for. Hey, Dawn, how are you, love? Seem like the family has been doing more police work than the police. At least in the beginning, that seems to be the case. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you. I missed you too. I missed all y'all. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things here. Bear with me. But apparently today, the GPS timeline to the boat has been released. Okay. And I'm going to attempt to see if I can pull this up. But if not, I've got it written down. I write stuff down as my backup. So let me see if I can find this online without running into any major problems. Hold on just a second. Okay, I cannot type with these doggone nails. I'm ready to cut them off. Okay. Oh, here's one on YouTube. That might just work. Okay, you guys, hold on just a second. I'm going to turn this music down. And you guys can listen to this, the news. They're talking about the GPS data. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. sharing my screen. Well, what's up with the button? What's up with the button? I guess I'm gonna have to move this. Okay, here we go.
This morning, we're learning more about the Independence Day boat trip Nolan Wells and his friends took to Mississippi's Horn Island. As part of a records request to the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, NBC News obtained GPS information for the boat. The records show it departed from a private boat launch at 9:56 a.m., arriving at the island by 11:14 and staying there until 4:30 p.m. An audio of a call around that time to a private towing company obtained from the same records request, the caller explains a mechanical issue with the boat.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come?
The towing company dispatched reaching out to a local captain for help.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Records then show the boat being towed slowly from about 4:31 until 5:25 before getting back to normal speed. The boat then returned to its original location at 5:44 without Nolan Wells.
Now, you guys check out this timeline. This timeline is very, very, very interesting. Interesting and important. Okay.
Melissa Miller was at Horn Island on the 4th. She says there were hundreds of boaters there for the holiday.
It's just a big community. Everyone goes out there and, has a good time.
She also says it's normal to leave cell phones on boats and that currents at the northwest corner of the island can be treacherous.
Like, you can go out there just innocently, and next thing you know, the water's, it's like kind of sucking you in, throwing you back out.
After speaking with one of the friends on the boat, Nolan's concerned mother reported him missing to police.
Please report her 8-year-old son, Nolan Wells, missing backseat at 3 on Horn Island.
His body was found on July 6th. His mother struggling as she plans his funeral, posting on Facebook,
"This loss, this grief, this pain, it's different.
This poor young lady, oh my God.
It's insurmountable."
Now, one parent has also posted that some of Nolan's friends have been getting threatening messages. The FBI does confirm that it is investigating threats connected to this case, all while Nolan's mother is encouraging people to stay peaceful as she plans to hold his funeral next week. Guys, back to you.
Just a terribly sad story on so many levels, Aaron. Aaron Gilchrist for us there in Mississippi. Thank you.
Interesting. Let me exit out of this. This, unfortunately, they didn't give me something that I could just post here. But since I don't have an actual thing that I can put up on the screen, let me just read this to you. At 9:56 a.m. on the 4th, the boat departed from the original dock, okay? And it arrived at Horn Island at 11:14 a.m. That's a 1 hour and 18-minute time of travel, okay? Now, we don't know if they stopped along the way, kind of hung out in the ocean. We don't know. But let's just assume that it was a straight shot. They got in, drove over there, and it was an hour and 18 minutes travel time. They hung out there. It was said that at some point in time, there had been some kind of an altercation with some other guys involving Nolan. It was somebody else disputed it. That's questionable. A so-called friend claims it wasn't Nolan, it was me. And it's ironic that now all these black kids have come out of the surface and just, my friend this, my friend that, including this football coach. Come to find out, he ain't even the football coach. He's the assistant coach. And he's, windmilling for the sheriff's department. Come on. Oh no, we don't have any racial problems here at this school. Are you? You got me tripping. You got to be tripping. You in Mississippi, in a predominantly white neighborhood, white community, very few black people, and you gonna tell me there's no racial tension whatsoever? Okay. And I got some land right next to Horn Island if you want to buy that. I'm just saying. But nevertheless, at 4:31 that afternoon, they decide that they're going to leave. They left at 4:31 claiming that the boat was suffering some sort of malfunction. It was taking on water. And they left at 4:31 according to the GPS. So they did in fact leave. This is the kicker right here. They got back to shore at the original dock at 4:35 p.m. I repeat, 4:35 p.m. Now, it took them from 9:56 to 11:14 to get there. That's an hour and 18 minutes, but you mean to tell me it only took them 4 minutes to get from that island back to the mainland where they live? To the main boat dock? First of all, what was the rush? What was the urgency? Because according to reports, they made a call to the Coast Guard saying that we're taking in water. We need a tow, and Coast Guard never showed up. It looks real funky. Hi, Miss Shelley. It looks real funky. It doesn't pass the smell test. Hi, Down South Stitcher. Hello, Satin. Hello, Dawn. If I haven't spoke, because I'm getting geriatric, sometimes I forget. So, but I thought that was very, very glaring information. It took an hour and 18 minutes for y'all to get there, but it only took you 4 minutes to get back. And we're talking about a 10-mile distance between the island and the mainland. And it was estimated by experts that they had to have been doing at least 120 miles per hour to be going that fast. I mean, to get there that soon, they had to be going at least 120 miles per hour. That's pretty damn fast. And even on the water, there are rules and regulations, and same thing as driving on the roads. Speed limits. You can't just drive in any old which a darn way on the water. They were never pulled over, never stopped. Where was Coast Guard? They called the Coast Guard, allegedly. It's the story just it's crazy. So they get back at 4:35. Mind you, remember they said that there was water coming into the boat. They were concerned that the boat was about to sink. Okay? But they then leave again. They left the mainland. They leave the dock and they enter Fort Bayou at 5:52. That's an hour time, 1 hour or so from leaving and getting to Fort Bayou. 1 whole hour. No water coming into the boat. None of that. But the boat's supposed to be getting ready to sink. But they're taking it out there on the water again. Exactly, Satin. Exactly. Satin says, and boat taking on water. The math is not math. And exactly. You have a situation here where you've got a boat that's allegedly taking on water. You've contacted the Coast Guard that never comes. Hello. And so you then feel comfortable enough at that point to take that boat back out on the water an hour after you got back from wherever you came from? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. They leave the dock at Fort Bayou at 5:52. Yeah, so they went out to Fort Bayou and left at 5:52. At 6:06, 14 minutes after that, the boat returns back to the original dock again. They got time to be going back and forth, but they got a problem with the boat. It wasn't until 7:19 p.m. that evening that the boat then goes to Fort Bayou boat launch. That's an hour and 13 minutes elapsed from 6:06 to 7:19. That's how much time it passed. And the boat is then towed overland to the boat owner's residence in Biloxi, Mississippi. Now here's the key takeaways. I think I've already stated one of them. Only 4 minutes calculated after leaving Horn Island. It's been calculated that the boat was traveling at a speed of approximately 120 miles per hour in 4 minutes. Nobody pulled them over, nothing. None of that took place. For a boat to be in distress like that, taking on water, they still took that boat out 2 times after leaving Horn Island. And again, the call to the Coast Guard, I question that, even though they do have some audio of them placing a call. Let's see. I'm sorry, honey, I can hardly read. The lettering is so small. Pizonovante, to travel 10 miles in 4 minutes, one speed must be 150 miles per hour. Yeah, 150. Well, it was stated on the news about 120. That's still crazy. But we're in agreement there. They had to be hauling ass. Just hauling ass. But even the fact that the Coast Guard never came to help them. Ever. I just think I'm calling cap on all this shit. I'm calling cap on it. So clearly some mistakes have been made in this cover-up. And I think one of the biggest mistakes made was with the mother, the stepmother, being a judge and all. There's certain laws that as a judge she's supposed to adhere to. One of which is you don't involve yourself in an ongoing investigation and come out on your letterhead and give a statement to the public to cover your stepson's ass and give a narrative as to what these kids did during the day. Because now you've implicated yourself. And I understand as a parent, you're going to do whatever you can to save your kid's life or livelihood or anything in terms of protection. But here's the thing. The one thing that I don't think she took into consideration is there's been so many mistakes in this, I believe, that's going to come out, that the powers that be, because it's going to take more than just this judge to cover anything up. It's going to take the judge, her relationship with law enforcement, okay, her relationship with the governor, who's come out and pretty much co-signed what the sheriff said. All these things, all these factors, is going to come to the point where these other people are going to look at that judge and say, look, we can't help you this time. The state of Mississippi is low-key nervous right now, I believe. Because it's the system of Mississippi, not just a handful of people. And they're not gonna sacrifice the entire system for one judge's stepson. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to the findings of the autopsy, or autopsies, plural. And one thing I must say, I got to give it to Ben Crump. He ain't playing checkers. He's playing chess. And he did come out and say, we're not revealing our autopsy report before the government reveals theirs. We're going to unveil ours both at the same time, so they can't go back and change their shit. You see what I'm saying? That's a very smart move on his part. Satin says, I'm sure there were other boats on the water. And if a boat is traveling that fast in boat traffic, somebody saw something. Absolutely. To sit for a boat to travel that fast. It's a wonder if it was taking in water. It's a wonder it stayed together. You know what I'm saying? So that's the updated information that I have thus far. I'm hoping and praying that they come up with these autopsies very soon, because this thing is drug on a little bit too long for most people's liking. Because let's be real about it. If the tables were turned, someone would be sitting in jail right now. Someone would be sitting in jail right now until they get some answers. Not after they get the answers, until they get some answers. You feel me? Hold on just a second. Okay. Pizono Vante says 150 miles per hour in 1 hour, one travels 150 miles. 4 minutes is 4/60ths of an hour. The fraction 4/60th reduces to 1/15th. 1/15th of 1/50th is the same as saying 150 divided by 15, which is 10 miles. Man, I wish I could do math that well. Thank you. Excellent, excellent. But there you have it. I mean, clearly they were in one they were hell bent on getting where they needed to go. What was the hurry? What was the hurry? What happened that you had to get back to the mainland so quickly? What happened? And then it's been, I don't know if this is a rumor. I don't know if it's fact. So I say these things now because there's a lot of information floating around out there that some is official and some isn't. But it's been rumored that that boat went to the backyard of the judge's house to be cleaned in the middle of the night. I don't know if that's in fact true or not. But nevertheless, the judge has inserted herself into this situation, and it don't look good for her. It really doesn't look good for her. You know, and clearly she has instructed these boys as to what to do on a legal standpoint. She's an attorney. You know, she was an attorney that became a judge. So she's going to instruct them on what legal things to do. But in the process, she has inserted herself into what could possibly be considered a murking. That's pretty jacked up. That's pretty jacked up. But anyway, that's just my, excuse me, my update on Nolan. I had planned to look into some more of that case this afternoon, and like I said, I was sleepy and fell asleep, took a nap, and didn't wake up in time to do anything. But I wanted to come and give you something, okay? But this next story is it's totally different. And I'm sure, I'm willing to bet none of y'all have even heard about this, okay? This is a story that's been exposed in Dolton, Illinois. Okay. Apparently, this training facility or athletic fitness training center that had been shut down for quite some time, a building that had been shut down had been reopened as Rucker Athletics Fitness Training Center. Okay. And, summertime comes around and they decided to use this facility to uh, act as a summer camp situation for disadvantaged children of color and whatnot. Okay. I'm going to play the video for you. Okay. But just to give you a little bit of a background, yeah, it's been alleged that this situation turned into an everyday fight club. They had these kids fighting on a daily basis, fighting each other. Now, they had the girls separate from the boys. The boys appeared to be more supervised than the girls. The girls were unsupervised, pretty much. So the older kids are pushing the little kids to fight each other. And, oh God, it's ugly. I don't know if you ever grew up in a school where you had instigators in your school that would, make kids fight each other. And so I know I seen it happen in my school, and it's unacceptable. That's all I'm going to say about that. I could go gutter with it, but I'm going to leave it alone. I've seen it happen so many times that this can't continue. It really can't. It really can't continue. So apparently the adults that were supposed to be working this facility, sometimes they actually would sit there in the corner and watch the shenanigans go down. So we have grown folks sitting there watching these kids fight each other. Sick mother. Let me shut up. And some of this was caught on video as well. Now, I do have a news report from Fox 32 of Chicago. Hello, Carmela. How are you, sweetheart? I do have a news report from Fox 32 of Chicago covering this story. And like I said, boys were supervised for the most part, but no supervision on the girls. Older kids were appointed as leaders. So if we have, say, a 14-year-old girl or a 15-year-old girl in there, they would appoint that older girl or the next oldest girl as the leader of the kids. And they were assigning positions to these kids as though they were getting paid. Okay? This so-called camp was established as a place for working parents, okay, to take their kids while the parents went to work. And this is what happened. This is what they were sending their kids to. And the chick that was being interviewed, that's over this program, she looked like she was ready. She was ready to fight herself. She gave that reporter a couple looks that was like, uh-oh. I hope she don't haul off and knock this woman out. But nevertheless, she basically effed up their defense. I'll just say that. She said a little bit too much. Because she did indicate that there were cameras in every room. So I guess that's what you considered as supervision. You didn't provide grown folk in the room, in each room, to handle these children. So these kids were left at their own devices in empty rooms with each other simply because there were cameras. That didn't stop them fights. And in some occasions, there were grown people watching. So, with that said, let me pull up this news clip. Okay? I'm not going to hold y'all long. This is a very short live. But let me share this with you. This is crazy. I would be livid if I sent one of my kids or one of my grandkids to a summer camp and they come home with scratches and bumps and knots on their head and come to find out they got my babies fighting other girls, some older than my babies. No, we ain't having it. We are not having it. Okay. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. I'm going to have to reduce this screen a little bit. Okay. Add this to the screen. Okay. Where's the button?
If y'all be loud, I'm beating y'all next.
One day after disturbing videos of children fighting inside a Dolton summer camp sparked outrage, the executive director of Rucker Athletics Fitness and Training Center is responding.
It looks really bad.
Saying what those videos show.
Oh, Lord, it looks really bad. That wig looked really bad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but ooh wee. She said it looks really bad. Was she saying that before she walked out of the bathroom? Okay, I'll stop.
In every video that you all currently have, every kid is from the same family, but they're fighting different people, different girls.
Dill says staff have been working with the family since the first week of camp, choosing mentorship instead of removing the children from the program.
It's really easy to put them out. These kids have been put out before different places. What I tried to do with my staff is provide intervention.
She says 2 of the videos now circulating were recorded during the 2nd or 3rd week of camp, not this week, which is the 7th week, and that staff addressed those incidents at that time.
I would be livid. I'm sorry. If I saw this video and my baby is fighting somebody on video, they sat there and recorded this shit and watched it as entertainment. I don't know about y'all, but I think I'd be going to jail. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real about it. I'm gonna be real about it. You ain't just gonna have my kids up there fighting people because you bored. That's some bullshit.
But 3 of those videos happened in the 2nd or the 3rd week of camp. We're now in our 7.5 week of camp. All of those issues have been resolved. Those camp leaders have been removed from the program, and some of them have been removed from that duty.
But parent Angelette Taylor dismisses all of that, also saying she didn't even know those videos existed until her daughter was sent home this week for fighting in the bathroom. She says that's when the 7-year-old claimed she was being forced into it.
And then somebody told me to fight her, and then I didn't want to fight her.
Vontelia says the teen campers attending the free camp were appointed to oversee the younger children.
Mom, you don't understand. They got me fighting. They make me fight.
Taylor says she only posted the videos that included her own children after they went viral. The village ordered the camp to be closed by Dolton police.
Good. They were ordered to be closed. Because I really don't believe that camp director saying that this happened several weeks ago and those people have been taken care of. No, I believe that little girl. She was told she was sent home for fighting. So I guess it didn't stop. Well, these people be on some bullshit, I tell you.
Dill disputes one of the most serious allegations.
So do you dismiss her claim that some of those camp leads may have been organizing these fights?
I dismiss her claim. I do dismiss that claim.
I dismiss her claim. So you basically saying this little girl's a liar. You just got on television, on the news, and said to the public that you dismiss her claim. And that's another way of saying, no, I'm sorry, this little 7-year-old girl is lying. And so is her older sister standing next to her. They're lying. No. That's some bullshit. Somebody need to go to jail. Somebody needs to go to jail.
Do agree with her that they were in that bathroom, they were in that activity room, they were in that gym room, but I do dismiss her claim that they were making her kids fight.
She says the building is equipped with cameras and that the...
Oh, okay, so she don't dispute that they weren't fights. She's disputing that they made her fight. So she's admitting that they were fighting, but she's disputing that they made her fight. Either way it go, she was fighting. And nobody was there to stop it either. She just messed up the whole case for them. Rucker Athletics Fitness and Training Center might as well just get rid of her. Send her on out the door right now because she just blew it. She just blew their whole defense. Man, oh man.
Cell phone clips show only a small part of what happened.
There were no adults in those actual films and clips that you all are looking at because we have cameras. We can see in the rooms.
Dill does admit the videos are difficult to watch.
But I don't want the communities to think that we're just sitting here with our legs crossed, allowing these kids to act like this.
Fox Chicago learned from Dill that the camp had 10 adult staff members plus 8 youth camp leaders who were paid, managing about 50 children in camp daily. That's more than a minimum Illinois generally requires for school-age camps. But investigators are now focused on a different question, whether those adults were where they needed to be when the fights happened.
It was a fight club dictator. People was telling them what to do, fighting. No attendance, no supervision, no structure.
The athletic center opened earlier this year inside a building that had sat vacant for years. It is owned by the same group that operates Rucker Cigar Lounge, where a deadly confrontation left one man dead in May. For the children involved, they say they're just glad they don't have to go back.
Because I don't want to fight no more.
As for Dill, she says despite standing by her staff, she does have one regret.
If anything I would do different, it would have been to hire older staff, more parent volunteers.
Tia Ewing, Fox Chicago.
That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. That's your only regret? No. Your regret should have been you should have gotten up off of your ass and been supervising them kids along with the rest of the staff that you are paying. This is bullshit. No accountability whatsoever. You're going to discount that little girl's statement. Mama, they were making me fight. She's 7. She's 7. Them other kids are much older. And I don't know if you really paid attention to this video clip. Some of them kids were older than the ones they were fighting. So they had little kids fighting bigger kids. That's some bullshit. Now, I'm going to rewind this. I just want to make sure I know what I'm looking at. This is crazy as hell.
Village leaders are holding a public hearing next Thursday at noon, but no cameras allowed because it counts as a court proceeding, even without a judge in the room.
Let me see if I can go back. And it's, like I said, it's located in Dolton, Illinois. Rucker Athletics Fitness and Training Center. If you live in the area, stay away. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. And besides, it's temporary closed. You can't get in there anyway. So. But man, I'm telling you, let me see, where's that video? I'm going to play this again.
If y'all be loud, I'm beating y'all next.
One day after disturbing videos of children fighting inside a Dolton.
Did you hear what somebody said? If you don't beat her, I'm going to beat your ass. Let me just rewind. Let me rewind. Listen to what it said. This little girl wasn't lying.
If y'all be loud, I'm beating y'all next.
If y'all be loud, I'm beating y'all's ass next. So they about to fight. Oh, wait, Michelle says, Auntie Mickey, the township of Dolton is a disaster. I started following the corruption and crimes by the former mayor. Oh, my God, this is her. Okay. Now I understand. I forgot all about Tiffany. Tiffany Henyard. Now she's running for a commissioner's seat in Atlanta. She really need to sit down with her criminal ass. Lord have mercy. This was her town. Okay. That explains it. Man, oh man.
One day after disturbing videos of children fighting inside a Dolton summer camp sparked outrage, the executive director of Rucker Athletics Fitness and Training Center is responding.
Did you see how big that girl was compared to the other one? That's sad, sick, and sorry. I'm sorry. Me and somebody's mama would be duking it out too. Get your child in order. Get your child in order. And while you at it, get your wig in order, because this is a hot mess. Where the hell did she... Maybe the maybe the beauty supply that she usually goes to shut down, and this is the best she could find. I'm sorry, I shouldn't cap on her like that. This is disgusting, though. This is a disgusting situation. And these are little kids. What could have been a good program turned out to be a hot mess. Hello, Lady of Elegance Candles. How are you?
Week, which is the 7th week, and that staff addressed those incidents at that time.
But 3 of those videos happened in the 2nd or the 3rd week of camp.
3 of those videos happened in the 3rd or 2nd week of camp, but they happened. Did you notify any parents? Did you have any kind of contact with any of the parents whose children were involved with these fights? Or did you sweep this shit up under the rug? Because ain't nothing just suddenly stopped. Oh, I hear you, lady. I'm with you on that one. That's why this live gonna be real short. But this is really sad. This is what our kids have to look forward in some places. No, Camille, I didn't. I haven't checked my emails in a minute. It's been a while. So I've been working, but I'm gonna check it out when I get off this live.
We're now in our 7.5 week of camp. All of those issues have been resolved. Those camp leaders have been removed from the program, and some of them have been removed from that duty.
But parent Angelette Taylor dismisses all of that, also saying she didn't even know those videos existed until her daughter was sent home this week for fighting in the bathroom. She says that's when the 7-year-old claimed she was being forced into it.
And then somebody told me to fight her, and then I didn't want to fight her.
Vontelia says the teen campers attending the free camp were appointed to oversee the younger children.
Mom, you don't understand. They got me fighting. They make me fight.
Taylor says she only posted the videos that included her own children after they went viral. The village ordered the camp to be closed by Dolton police. Dill disputes one of the most serious allegations.
So do you dismiss her claim that some of those camp leads may have been organizing these fights?
I dismiss her claim. I do dismiss that claim. I do agree with her that they were in that bathroom, they were in that activity room, they were in that gym room, but I do dismiss her claim that they were making her kids fight.
She says the building is equipped with cameras and that the cell phone clips show only a small part of what happened.
There were no adults in those actual films and clips that you all are looking at because we have cameras. We can see in the room.
The one I saw, there was an adult sitting there in the corner. So quit lying. This is just one piece of footage. So stop the cap. This is crazy. This is crazy business. Dolton, Illinois. Be careful, y'all, where you send your kids during the summertime if you got to go to work. Man, investigate, look into it. Vet these places out, vet the staff out, vet the children out. I know it sounds rough, but nowadays you can't be too careful. You can't be too careful. Got these kids out here fighting like Fight Club. And it ain't a cultural thing, y'all. This ain't a cultural thing. I don't know if y'all remember that movie Fight Club. I think it was with Brad Pitt, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 90s. When that movie came out, you would be surprised how many fight clubs started spurting up in different locations. And they were kids doing this activity of different ethnic backgrounds, not just black folk, not just white folk, all different ethnic backgrounds. They thought it was fun. But there's nothing fun about this at all. Jesus.
Dill does admit the videos are difficult to watch.
But I don't want the communities to think that we're just sitting here with our legs crossed, allowing these kids to act like this.
Fox Chicago learned from Dill that the camp had 10 adult staff members plus 8 youth camp leaders. 2 were paid, managing about 50 children in camp daily. That's more than a minimum Illinois generally requires for school-age camps.
Now, isn't that funny? They had all these people on staff, and none of these staff members were around when this happened. Come on now. Come on now. Where was the staff? If these fights are going on and you've got all this staff, extra staff for that matter, where were they at? Because like I said, the one video, I saw another video where there was an actual adult sitting in the corner watching the whole thing go down. That was just one staff member. And then they're appointing kids to be leaders. And these older kids are bullying these other kids, making them fight. This is sad. This is really
But investigators are now focused on a different question, whether those adults were where they needed to be when the fights happened.
It was a fight club dictator. People was telling them what to do, fighting, no attendance, no supervision, no structure.
The athletic center opened earlier this year inside a building that had sat vacant for years. It is owned by the same group that operates Rucker Cigar Lounge, where a deadly confrontation left 1 man dead in May. For the children involved, they say they're just glad they don't have to go back.
not Rucker's Cigar Lounge. Really? Rucker's Cigar Lounge. Great. Great.
Because I don't want to fight no more.
As for Dill, she says despite standing by her staff, she does have one regret.
If anything I would do different, it would have been to hire older staff, more parent volunteers.
Tia Ewing, Fox Chicago.
Village leaders are holding a public hearing next Thursday at noon, but no cameras allowed because it counts as a court proceeding, even without a judge in the room.
Wow. So they don't want no cameras allowed to see how they behave when they have these public hearings. Because don't forget how Miss Hinyard behaved when she was in office. She wasn't the greatest example. It's a wonder that she should be in jail too. All the money she done ripped off from that county. But nevertheless, I'm going to leave that alone. NT Who? You guys, I thank you so much for dropping in with me. I know this is a very short live. But like I said, I didn't want to hold you. It's Friday. I want you to enjoy the rest of your evening. This is the beginning of the weekend. Kick off your shoes. Thank God you've got time off this weekend, if you do. So with that said, I love you guys, and I'm out. Good night.
Hey there, my kinfolk. Thanks for stopping by. Auntie Mickey's house, where we reach for the sky. Every comment and smile, you make my heart glow. Together we're strong, together we grow. From gossip to politics, we cover it all. Sharing laughs and thoughts, having a ball. Your support means everything that I know. Feels like family here in this sweet show. So let's keep it flowing, keep the love alive. Every moment together makes me thrive. You're more than viewers, you're my kinfolk. You see my gratitude runs deep as the sea. Thank you for being here, for sharing your time with each comment, with each rhyme. You're my kinfolk, my family, my crew. So much love to all of you. Turn up the camera, let's make it bright. Your support lifts me your boo takes flight.